We have already discussed the theory of limit pricing introduced by Bain. The basic theory of limit pricing is Bain's model. The Bain's theory of limit pricing relates to the case of collusive oligopoly. Here, Bain introduces the concept that there is always a threat of potential entry faced by firms, so they place a price which prevents new entrants into the market. This is known as entry preventing price, that is meant to avoid competition from potential new entrants. The price will be set in such a way that the price will not be as high as monopoly price and will not be as low as competitive price. It will be between that, so that the firms will not enter into the market depending upon the potential profit. So the theory is explained in two models. Model A, there is no collusion with the new entrant, and in model B, there is a collusion between the new entrant. The assumptions that we have already seen, that there is a determinate, a well-known long-run demand curve, there is effective collusion, the firms compute the limit price, and also it has attracted considerable uncertainty as a result of entry. The established firm seeks the maximization of the long run profit. So what creates the barriers or limit price? The concept of competition itself says that there are two types of competition. One is actual competition between the established firms and potential competition arising from the new entrants which is outside the industry. So why we are keeping barriers is meant to avoid these kinds of competitions. Absolute cost advantage is yet another aspect which Bain has suggested. The established firm is always having an absolute cost advantage over the potential entrants. This is because of the cost advantage of established firms, and this will prevent the new firms in entering into the market. Besides that, product differentiation will also act as a barrier. Traditional theory also stressed the consequences of product differentiation, because it gives a degree of control. It is also the reason for advertising and selling activities, which will intensify the firm's product into the market. Internal organizational changes are possible. So all these things will make a firm distinguished one. The firm will also have capital requirements. When a new firm is coming into the process of production, it requires large initial capital requirements, which it is not possible for them. The economies of scale is also acting as a limit. There are two types of economies of scale, real and pecuniary. Real means those which reduce the inputs of factors per unit of output, or pecuniary, that results from paying a lower price for the inputs purchased by the firm. So these are the two economies of scale. So really are those one technical, managerial or labor economies. Pecuniary, and on the other hand, results from bulk buying of materials at preferential lower prices, lower transportation cost, etc., due to lower advertisement and selling cost and all those. So these factors act as barriers to entry. They will prevent the entry into the market. The condition of entry is also determined. That can be stated as E is equal to PL minus PC by PC, where PC stands for perfectly competitive price and PL is the limit price. E is a condition of entry. So this equation can be solved as PL is equal to PC 1 plus E. So this is the price level.